HTTP and APIs, how front-end and back-end communicate. When a website or app needs data, the front-end and back-end need a way to talk to each other. That communication happens using HTTP and APIs. In this video, I'll explain what HTTP and APIs are and how front-end and back-end actually communicate, step by step. What is HTTP? HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. In simple terms, HTTP is a set of rules that define how requests are sent, how responses are returned. Every time your browser asks a server for something, it uses HTTP or HTTPS. HTTP is about communication, not data storage or business logic. Requests and responses. HTTP works using a simple model. The front end sends a request. The backend sends a response. That's it. A request can ask for a web page, data, or to perform an action. A response can return HTML, JSON data, or an error message. Common HTTP methods. Each request has a method that describes what it wants to do. The most common ones are get data, post, send new data, put, update data, delete, remove data. These methods help the server understand the intention of the request. What is an API? API stands for Application Programming Interface. An API is a set of endpoints that the front end can call to interact with the back end. Each endpoint represents an action, like getting a list of users, creating an account, updating profile data. APIs usually communicate using HTTP. How front end uses an API? From the front end side, the process looks like this. The front end sends an HTTP request to an API endpoint, includes data if needed, waits for a response. The back end receives the request, processes it, sends back a response. The front end then updates the UI based on that response. Data format, JSON. Most APIs send data using JSON. JSON is easy to read, easy to parse, and works well between systems. The front end doesn't care how the back end is built. It only cares about the response format. This separation is very important. Status codes. Every HTTP response includes a status code. Some common ones: 200, success; 201, created; 400, bad request; 401, unauthorized; 404, not found; 500, server error. Status codes help the front end understand what happened. Why this matters for full-stack engineers. Understanding HTTP and APIs helps you debug issues faster, design cleaner systems, connect front-end and back-end correctly, build scalable applications. This is core knowledge for any full-stack engineer. Final thoughts. Front-end and back-end communication is not magic. It's a clear exchange of requests and responses using HTTP and APIs. Once you understand this, building and debugging applications becomes much easier. In the next video, I'll explain authentication and authorization and how users are identified and protected. Subscribe if you want simple, practical, full-stack explanations.